Oh, hot honey chicken. We're doing things right here in the Metro Tech kitchen.
Family-friendly meals right now with Sassy Mama, and you pulled out the air fryer, which I'm always looking for more recipes for that thing.
Okay, so it took me a long time to convert to the air fryer, remember?
My wife still isn't there. It's
I know.
pathetic.
It is, my
so
girlfriend,
helpful.
Christy Schaefer, she's like, oh, come on, Karen.
Yeah.
You'll love it. And I finally did it, and I'm getting good at doing some different recipes. It is a great way to make things quickly.
Really fast.
So if you don't want to deep fat fry chicken fingers, this will be a super weeknight meal, quick in the air fryer, plus great for Super Bowl.
Oh, good. Just in time, too.
Yeah.
Right here on News 9, by the way.
That's right.
We'll have it.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to start our dredge with about a cup of flour and just season it with salt and pepper, just like I've taught you in the past. Then you're going to take 2 eggs that you've beaten with a little salt and pepper. Then I've got just crushed cornflakes. Good old cornflakes, nothing fancy. And then in here I have smoked paprika and some red pepper, garlic powder. Then this is what you need. You need cornstarch.
And what does that do?
Okay, what does cornstarch do? Cornstarch makes it crispy. So anytime you make fried chicken, cornstarch is the secret to getting a good crispy crust.
Okay, and you're mixing it into the cornflakes.
Into the cornflakes.
No soggy.
No soggy.
No soggy fried chicken.
So you want to make sure and do this safely so you don't want everything to touch. So what I've got here is I've got a fork, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken tenders and we're going to dredge it in the flour, just like that. We're going to go into wet. You always go dry, wet, because the dry allows the wet to stick to it, and then allows the crunch to stick to it because of the wet. If you mess this order up, it's not going to work, and you will not have as crunchy of a chicken.
And you'll know it. You'll know it if you mess it up.
You will, because everything
I went the wrong
your
order.
breading will come right off. So open up your
Could you
air
use
fryer.
Captain Crunch or anything different?
You know, at
Yeah.
the fair they make a Captain Crunch corn dogs.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so put your chicken in there. I give it a little hit with a little bit
You do that
of
after
oil.
the fact? Okay.
No, it gives it a little oil. I stick it in. I'm going to let that cook for about 8 minutes.
Could you use olive oil?
You could use, I use a pumped olive
that's-
oil
yeah,
that
I
doesn't
do
use
too.
aerosol.
Yeah.
And you're
Me
good
too.
after 8 minutes?
After 8 minutes, it's an air fryer. It's circulating, going really well. But test it.
Black & Decker toaster oven. It needs to go, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you need to give them a call. Now you have to make the honey part of this.
Okay.
So, this had about a teaspoon of paprika.
All right.
You know how I measure, guys.
Yeah.
So, this depends on how hot and spicy you want it. I've got a half a cup of honey in there.
So if you're doing it for the kids, you might want to be a little easier.
And
on that.
paprika isn't spicy. This
Okay.
is a little bit of sriracha, so I put about a teaspoon of sriracha.
There you go.
If you want to kick it up for mom and dad, put red pepper flakes in there. You can also add red pepper flakes to that, or you can use the ground red pepper. And then I add a little bit of pepper.
Ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper. Carolina Reaper.
And that's where you
Make
end
the
up with
kids
all your
cry? Is that
children
what we're doing?
crying, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we leave them at your house, David.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
drop them off at your house.
Toilets are full.
then-
Thank you.
Once those come
milk
out, what do you do?
after
Just
that.
serve that with that as like a dipping
I'm just
sauce?
going to dip the chicken in there. I'm going to have it setting to the side. We'll come back in a minute, and then we're going to make a wrap sandwich with all of this.
Oh,
Okay.
It's going to be so good.
All right, Karen, thank you.
Always teaching us easy recipes. We love it.
The DO